cup of wine, and we view it as Christ, really acting in that moment, providing us with his body and blood. When the priest elevated the host after speaking the words of consecration, I found myself looking at the host and then looking at all of those skeleton-like figures, looking at the host and then looking again at those skeleton-like figures. And I'd have to say something happened in that moment where the realness of what was taking place at the altar hit me. And there was a sense of an integral connection between divine charity and what was taking place at that altar. My sense was that without that Eucharist, there would not have been this home for dying destitutes in Calcutta. Without that Eucharist, there would not have been the missionaries of charity. Without the Eucharist, there would not have been a Mother Teresa. That she was profoundly Eucharistic in her spirituality, and all of a sudden it came alive to me that what is done at that altar gives birth to a divine charity in the heart of those who believe, and the disciples who configure themselves. I'd have to say it was a moment that really changed my life from questioning to conviction.
Wow. Experiences, huh?
Mm.
Wow. Well, I've always felt that religion, being comfortable, I guess you can never really be fully comfortable when practicing a religion, questioning yourself and such. But I think for me, I think my lack of belief, my lack of faith comes with a lack of experience. I'm not just talking about going to Mass. I'm talking about actual moments where I feel change. I feel an answer. I feel a new meaning. I feel a new outlook. I feel God. I just don't think I've had enough experiences with that, and do you think that's right? Do you think I need more of a religious experience to take place in my life?
I do think that at a certain point along the way, and I think really oftentimes it is in the college years when the whole faith issue becomes a question. Do I or don't I believe? And I think when that becomes a question in our heart, we're really being challenged. Are we willing to seek? Are we willing to walk in search? And it does seem to me that if one is attentive, I think, to the compelling nature of the question, it really changes the whole perspective to believe in God or not to believe in God. If one recognizes the dimensions of that question in your heart, then I think there is oftentimes, a sincere journey, a sincere walk that begins. Now, being a believer, my sense is if a person takes that sincere journey, I think they're going to find God.
Okay.
I think he's going to reveal himself to them and impress a conviction in his existence, impress a conviction in his love.
This all starts with understanding the proximity.
Well, I think, as you begin that search, that journey, and beginning to look, beginning to put yourself in prayer, beginning to put in a prayer posture, beginning to put yourself in contact with perhaps believers, or put yourself in a connection to looking for the answers in religious thought or theology. I think as you begin to move in that direction, all of a sudden there tend to be certain things that really confirm, a profound richness in this belief in God. One of the other things